live or watching this video at a later date, please like, comment, subscribe, whatever. But the point of this reading is about how where you're going, no one or not a lot of people can follow you. I don't want to say no one because there may be like a select few, but that's why this title is weeding out the weak. Like there's a trial process, like a probationary period that you need to like endure. Hey, Sky. Sky reminds me of Zeus, so you might want to watch Zeus, is this how you face me? Because I posted a pick a card reading with that title. And if you're feeling like thwarted by the universal forces or authorities in your life, then you might want to check that out for some insights into how to deal with that energy and how you're going to come out of it. But yeah, you're going somewhere, you're doing some things that not a lot of people will ever either do or even relate to. So prepare to be like prepare to be rejected is what I heard, but also prepared to like feel isolated or as if you don't belong. And it's because you really don't, but like the thing that makes you stand out is the thing that also gives you the platform to be like seen as creative or new or innovative or inspirational to other people. Like you're so different, you're so eclectic that makes you now a point of inspiration to others. Like you could even be triggering other people into thought, making them think and consider like more deeply themselves. But I think that like because this is like a positive imagery, it's like this is coming through nice. However you're making people like reconsider themselves, this is coming through in like a beneficial way, even if some of the energies that are being triggered are like not positive. I think you remind a lot of people of themselves, even if you're taking things further than they ever would. Because there's something about your philosophy here that speaks to people. How you live and move through the world reflects like maybe even religion. And if it's not religion to like a devotion to like a god, like religion in its more like literal sense is just something that you do over and over and over and over and over again. So whether it's the walk that you do with your dog every day, it's you crocheting and doing the same exact stitch over and over and over again until you have a finished product. People are attracted to the way that you're committed to accomplishing, seeing like growth. I'm picking up on like this Jupiterian energy of expansion. I think you encourage others to expand because you have expanded and people think it looks good on you. But I don't know that like everything that you do like is very easily mirrored or like imitated by other people, because it requires like the reason why you're able to do what you do is because you're upside down. I don't know that everyone like lives like that. So I think that you're living a different lifestyle. Like, and that could be part of what draws in so much attention is like just the uniqueness of what it means for you to be you and how different and isolated you are in that existence. Like, as if everyone else is like playing and a part of like a greater society, like an idealized society. You're in the woods, like finding things. So like there's a different motivation in living here. This one appearing to be like deeper because it's major arcana, and this one's just like, you know, it's not bad. It's just the Six of Cups, so it's just like I'm complacent almost. Like I think this is almost like a mediocre mainstream kind of life. Like I followed the path that everyone said that I should have followed, and I'm successful in this path, and like that's okay. I think you're showing up as kind of being the 1%. Like you see things differently. You're underworld or overworld. This is Pisces energy, so it reminds me of like Erykah Badu, so there could be like a little bit of like an alien thing going on here with you. Like you've been here before, or you know too much. I feel like you feel limited by your attachment to the material world. Like you're living grander than most. And that's the reason why you push boundaries so much, is because you would be bored with this. Like if you're gonna swing, you want to swing upside down. Because you've already swung upside up, you know? At that point, you've already This is like the energy of breaking out the matrix, kind of. Like you've broken through the fourth wall. and now like and now the universe is ready to reward you for how you've proven your strength in doing so. This could like be you gaining some kind of material world status or a position, like a job, or I don't know, becoming the poster of something, like representing a group of like-minded individuals in this eccentricity, in whatever like niche thought you have. This is kind of giving me like motivational speaker energy. Like there's this one guy that like everybody hates. I think it's Andrew Tate. Like even Andrew Tate, you know, has followers. You know, like there are other Andrew Tates. So like even if whatever your thing is like something others don't typically agree with, you're still encouraged in this energy to like exist there for as long as you are there. Like, you know, even like leaders that I respect, like Malcolm X, at one point he was like, fuck all white people. like we need to just create an entirely separate like nation, because like what the hell. And then he revoked that and he was like, after he became Muslim, he was like, actually, like I was tripping, like never mind. So there could be like even evolution in thought here that like proves your evolution. Like obviously evolution in thought would prove your evolution, but like, you know, people are seeing this or will see this when it occurs. So it doesn't matter how stuck you are in one position, because this is like mutable energy. So you're likely to change. You're likely to change and continue to change. So you shouldn't attach too much to any like one self that you have or the people that you attracted while you were that self, because you're going to come in and out of alignment because of the fact that you are meant to be constantly evolving, or just being highly pressurized in a certain way that blocks you off or like makes it difficult to interact with people that aren't meant to be around you. Yeah, because if you did like interact with these people, it would be like painful for them or for you. Like this definitely reminds me of me ever since I moved to 29 Palms, because everything I do is like watched now. And so I don't even like really text people. Like I don't really have friends or anything like that, because like anything I say is gonna be like read, or like I don't know, like, you know, stuff like that. Like you might isolate yourself in order to create a force field of protection, not only for yourself but also for other people that even would want to interact with you, that don't know what it means to interact with you. Because I think that whatever your specialization is something that's unique. Like it's of the few. It's like you're elite or a part of something, maybe even that you need to protect over your personal interests. So like business is business kind of energy. And like weeding out the weak, like this isn't like showing up to me as being the most emotional energy. Like yeah, like Eon said, could be exploited and used against you, like definitely. Because like these people who you would maybe like distrust are possibilities to be liabilities, and that seems like in this like more logical business perspective, like just not like not, it doesn't make the most sense to remain vulnerable. So this is an energy, maybe not also weeding out the weak, but also like reducing liabilities and doing what's necessary, coming to the compromisations and conclusions that are necessary to create this like threat neutrality. This reminds me, Trump is like I want to just use the word sanitizing the military so that it best fits like his leadership. And honestly, like, you know, a lot of the discourse occurring is like, oh my God, like, what? Da, 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 da. But I don't know that, like, if I was going to lead a military, like, just all context aside, if I was going to lead a military, I'd want the generals to do what I say. So like this is that kind of thing. Like um where like the power that maybe you're moving into requires a certain kind of hand. And I've also thought about this in respects to my own dog. Like when I walk him, it's important for me to make sure that I have his respect. He's very big. And occasionally I find that he doesn't always yield in the way that I would appreciate and it would be most functional. So there's something about like, you know, getting a hold of your resources, making sure maybe even that they're efficient, and then the trial and error process, like testing, you know, like you have to make sure that like maybe the machine is oiled and running, because you wouldn't want to have to cold start in this energy. Weeding out the weak is like being disciplined, seeing who and what can maintain discipline of like intrinsic motivation, who and who needs to be supported, right? Because like one of the things my mom always told me, my mom is an HR recruiter and has like pretty much always worked in human resources, corporate human resources for like Wells Fargo. And one of the things that she told me is that recruiters are always looking for people who can prove to be self-starting. So if there's something that you're wanting to achieve right now in this energy, you need to demonstrate an intrinsic motivation or ambition for what it is that you want to come into your life. Kind of like if you want to model, you need to kind of put yourself at the events where there are scouts. And you need to be seen modeling well, even without maybe someone prompting you to do that. This is the energy of like always having it on, like always wearing the jacket for the role that you want to be in. Like stay ready so that you don't have to get ready, kind of a thing. And understanding what's required even without being told to be ready. Okay. Talk to me more about this weeding out the weak energy. You could be about to climb to some new heights that are very, very, very rewarding, maybe financially, over the long term, but if not financially, in terms of like identity development, maybe in the public eye, in your community. However you're defining yourself, like it's a lasting representation of your character. And it means something emotionally to the people that are meant to be aligning with you or following your leadership. Like you're gonna know who has the same kind of mind as you based on how they react to your presence, to your identity, and how much similarity they find in that. You're not meant to be like the kind of person who's going around trying to convince people to respect your power. You're meant to just demonstrate it and then continue to grow in it, knowing that naturally people will submit to it. Especially when it goes beyond their own, because there would be not a lot of point in resisting it. It would almost be like this futile effort. And in that way, as you continue to like grow, you're creating this like psychological impact on the community about what it means for you to be you and for others to be you in relationship to you. People will almost naturally kind of like fall into their quote unquote like predetermined place as you continue to find your quote unquote predetermined place. And in order to do that, in order to like climb a height here and be seen as on top of that height, you need to climb the height, which means putting in some kind of physical effort or taking some kind of action to like prove yourself as being there. Like mark your territory here. And this doesn't, once again, feel like an emotional energy with the King of Swords. This is logic. This is business. This is like legal rulership or something like that. Like creating a standard for yourself and others on how they should or should react to you or expect to be reacted to when they oppose you. Even if this is as simple as like, you know, someone cutting you in line and you telling them, hey, I'm actually in front of you. It doesn't have to be that you're like taking over the world in this energy. It could just be you making sure other people know that you respect yourself and are willing to defend yourself, even in public, or like when that is something that maybe separates you from other people or most people, even when it's like a problem. Like, you're not afraid to draw blood in this energy. And that's how you prove to other people, like, you know, how they should respect you and how they should treat you, and why you demand the value that you do. Because let's say you're like in a situation where you're saying like, hey, I'm grade A, and the situation is like, well, I don't know that you're grade A. This is you like showing up as grade A to prove that you're grade A. Like, put your money where your mouth is here. Because like nothing moves until you do. And if you're noticing, like, as you're striving and achieving and being ambitious, that people are falling to the wayside because they can't stand you in that energy, it's because they literally can't stand you in that energy. They can't stand next to you. Because most people, once again, are in that 6 of Cups where they're like, I'm okay right here. This is enough. I don't think you're the kind of person that's easily satiated. And that's something that's really attractive about you right now to those in power who are looking to see who they're going to give power to or promote above others. The status may not immediately follow, but I think it's important for you to know and fully validate the effort that you're putting in. That way you can know why it's worth it for you to continue to do that. What else about weeding out the week? You have the World in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, King of Cups, Shark bait, hoo-ha-ha. There could be like some hazing going on here. Like, you know, in Jarhead, when he first gets to like his platoon and they brand him, that could be something that goes on here. I think if that is the case and you're like working in a team, people want to know that you're strong. Like, they don't want to like like weeding out the week. Like, nobody here wants to be around someone who can't hang, basically. So you kind of need to like prove you can hang, and yeah, like get your sea legs here. Like, this reminds me also of like something I learned. Mac DeMarco, one of my favorite musicians, he used to work in a construction crew before he made it big, and his construction crew used to call him little bitch. And that makes sense, right? Like, he's like a musician. It's like a more emotional King of Cups kind of masculine archetype. And it's likely that that shows up about Mac in more than just one way. Like, he's probably, you know, feminine as a man. So that shows up because, like, that's who he is. I think there could be, like, this energy of people, like, even initially thinking that you're weak because of something about you that they perceive as being, like, more feminine than something, like, or someone traditionally might be in your position of authority. But I think you're giving people the opportunity to see why they're wrong about you. And that's like a pleasant surprise. Like, you're a shark. Like, people are seeing you as like one of them when you do prove that you're not weak. And a lack of weakness is something that's like very valuable wherever you want to go. Like, the only cards here that aren't in the reverse are the King of Cups and the Knight of Wands, which is that energy of like being able to hang. Everything else is upside down, which is to say that like everything else is kind of unstable around you. Like, you're dancing through this like highly chaotic, maybe even very dark situation as if it's not a problem, as if you don't care, as if this is comfortable or okay. And I think people are seeing you do that and they're like, okay, like this guy's really about it. This guy's serious. And that's what we want to see. And yeah, for that reason, I feel like you probably will be promoted. Even if not like in a material way, it's like amongst the social groups, like amongst the society, the world here, like you're now known as someone not to mess with. You've defended your territory adequately or your position. I am my perimeter. My perimeter is me. Like when people try to like kill me in traffic when I'm walking the crosswalk and they want to make a left turn so bad that they don't want to wait. I literally will just stand in front of the car and like let them come as close as they want because I have 30 seconds. And if they do, he'll like hit me like, you know, damn, like you're really committed. So I feel like it's like a playing chicken. Like people like want to test your gangster here on this energy, and it's you're encouraged to like demonstrate all the gangster that you have because people need to see it in order to respect it. So don't hold back. Like if you need to get crazy, like get crazy. Let them know like let them know like what you're coming with here, because I feel like you are a really powerful person. And like maybe there's something about that like you can literally see, but people still maybe just want to see it. Like they just want to test it. They want to like have something in their memory bank to reference when they want to think about why they shouldn't fuck with you. And it's okay for you to give them that. So yeah, like be willing to have those exchanges that are like angry or like confrontational. If they test your gangster, test they jaw, that ass. So I mean, handle it, because I think that there's a lot of reward when it comes to how you're distinguished at the end of that. Like you become a lot more comfortable in your position because it's not going to be tested as much because you've earned it. Your essence reflects in action. All right. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.